So I am sitting in my new place, my Montana cabin. Um, Saturday, I was sitting in my car in the Lowe's parking lot using their Wi-Fi, and I checked Craigslist. I had been watching it every day since I got to Kalispell to try to find a rental, and most of the apartment complexes here have a wait list and are 900 and up rent. It's actually pretty expensive to live here. And so I have been calling around the management places that lease homes and apartments, are very slow about calling us back, and um, very laid back community. Well, they'll get to it when they get to it anyway. Um, so I checked Craigslist, and there was this cabin, and it had some pictures. It looked really interesting. So I called them up and scheduled to come see it a couple hours later, and um, they told me that they would make a decision. They were going to show it to a number of people, and it wasn't a reserve and take it. It was a we will pick who's going to live here because they live right next door. It was the cabin they stayed in while they were building their home. So I called back on Monday to get a little more information and to let them know that I was super interested, and they said that I was the top of the list, and I said, well, I want it, and so uh, it's mine. Let me see if I can get some good pictures. This is the front door. They're installing a wood burning stove. They hopefully they'll get that done tomorrow, but if not, maybe they can finish it up this weekend. This is let me unplug the door. This is the kitchen. Adorable. It's rustic, but it is modern. Um, Lots of nice cabinetry and tons of drawers. And a kitty on the counter. Yeah, this is awesome. I mean, considering where I have been living for the last 8 months, oh, way better. But this isn't just a nice place to live. This is a cabin built in 1913 that the story is that it was part of a larger cabin that Katharine Hepburn and Humphrey Bogart stayed I guess in the 30s, I don't know. But they managed to acquire the cabin and um, moved it to Montana. I don't know where it was originally. Probably somewhere else in Montana. This is the shower. Yeah, very cool. Bedroom. Walk-in closet. And it's actually, we stayed here the last 2 nights. No electricity. They had an extension cord running from their house over here to connect all the power tools, and they had brought over a space heater and uh, brought it inside so that we would have heat, and we stayed here 2 nights without any electricity. I had a little lantern and my own space heater, so I had a little bit of light. We stayed really warm. I had us in this bedroom with the door closed and with both space heaters going. We were nice and toasty warm. Our mattress. So there's an upstairs, which is kind of interesting. The staircase is super steep and very small. So, one of my kitties hasn't even been willing to come up here. She just sits at the bottom of the stairs and looks up. And Angel, because she has so much trouble with her mobility, I've been carrying her up here so far. I don't know if she'll, she's trying to come up now. Little thing at the bottom of the stairs. Okay, so that's like a little nook with a window, and this is a bedroom. Let's figure out where all the light switches are. So there's actually really good storage. Pretty much in every space they have good storage, and it's roomy. Super cute, and I don't take any credit for finding this or getting it or anything. I think this was totally a God thing, and you know, I don't know how. I don't know. I'm just really grateful. I'm really happy to have it, and the timing was perfect. I was going to work every day, and my boss found out that I was living in my car and going to work every day, and he gave me a hotel room for a couple of nights, but I didn't want to take advantage of him, so I stayed for 2 nights, and then I checked out. I guess I could have stayed there for, well, a week and a half more, but they had already given me a cash advance to pay for the truck, and then they gave me another cash advance, which they're going to deduct from the first 2 paychecks to pay for my rent and the security deposit. You can do it. You can do it. Go up there. You can do it. So I didn't want to take more. I'm really just super happy to be here, and I want to try to take really good care of them. I like who I'm working with. I like what I'm doing. It's a lot of small companies, so instead of doing something massive like building SCCM for 1,100 users, it's businesses with 5 users or maybe 50. It's going to be a lot of variety, and I'm learning Linux. The first day I started, they handed me, here, go do CentOS 7. I'm like, okay, whatever. I've been doing a lot of Googling and digging around in the Linux forums, building GNOME Desktop, which as soon as I had it up and running, I get a picture of a GNOME and stuck it on the desktop. I don't think anybody gets the GNOME humor unless they're a gamer. So I did find out that 2 of the guys I work with are gamers. One of them, the guy who I'm not a replacement for, but I'm going to be covering some of his responsibilities while he's out. He's got cancer. He's fighting for his life, and he comes in and visits a couple times a week, I guess. And he plays a lot of the same games that I do. So I told him we could trade gamer tags, and maybe it'll be nice to have a connection to work if he can do some gaming with me and get to know me and realize that I'm not his replacement. I'm just covering for him until he can come back, till he's well. So yeah, this is the landlord the owners, I don't really want to call them landlords because I think that that's kind of a derogatory term. They are super nice people. They live right next door. They have a dog and two cats who stay outside all the time. The cats take care of the mice and critters around, keep them out of the homes. And the dog's a watchdog. I've heard her barking at different times of the night. The first couple of nights that I was here, first two nights, she'd come and bark at the bedroom window at about midnight, wake me up. Um, I, when I was outside last, I was petting her and the cats. And when I came in, they were sitting on my porch. Um, it's too dark to go outside and give you a shot of the outside, but I did take some pictures with my work iPhone, which is an iPhone 4. It's so old it won't even work with our Exchange server, so I can't get my email on my phone, but that's okay. I'm pretty accessible, so until that's a huge issue, then I'll just keep the iPhone 4. I tried downloading a couple of apps, including Pokemon, and then I realized, yeah, that's probably not a good idea, so I deleted it. I don't need to be playing games on my work phone, so I don't want to abuse my privilege. Killed some spiders. Looks like there's another one hanging right there. I'm gonna have to buy some of those plug-in things, the electric things that chase the bugs away, so I don't have to deal with any pesticides. But yeah, I've made a couple of trips from the storage unit in my Explorer to bring some things over, so I've got clothes and things upstairs and down here. But I gotta find somebody with a truck. I've got people willing to help move my things. I'm gonna leave a lot of it in storage, but things like my bed and dresser and TV and stuff. But I gotta find a truck, so I'm not sure when I'm gonna be able to make that happen, but that's okay, that's good. My employer pays once a month, so I'll have to wait until the 10th before I have money to actually rent a truck. So I'm hoping that I can find somebody that's got a truck that's not going to cost me anything, so I don't have to wait until the 10th to get my bed and mattress and things. So, and my computer and stuff. I can haul some more of it in my Explorer, but it's a long drive. It's going to take me about 30 minutes to get to work. It's 16 and a half miles, but it is a very windy, mountainy road. I am in the Montana mountain foothills. Apparently this area gets a lot of snow. When the snow comes over and lands on the mountains, it stalls and dumps snow all over the foothills, and that's okay. As much as I love snow, the more snow I get, the happier I'm going to be. So, and the main road that goes really close by, they have school buses that have to go on that route, so they keep it plowed. So, I was warned that I wouldn't be able to get good internet here, and that I was probably going to have to deal with 3 meg, which is a lot of the outer areas around Kalispell, and I contacted CenturyLink yesterday, and I qualified for 25 meg. They're going to come out and install it on Monday, so yay! I'm really happy about that. In case I do get snowed in here, I'll be able to function. A lot of what I'll be doing I can do remotely anyway. I won't be doing a lot of on-site. I'll be doing some of that, but especially when this other guy who's out on sick leave, when he comes back, he's going to be doing most of the on-site client stuff, so I'll be staying back and doing server builds and VMware builds. We've got a new 6.0 environment that we're going to get to build. Some new hardware. I'm going to move one of the blades over from a different location into the data center. So, and I talked to, I guess he's my supervisor. He's the one who's training me. He's the one I report to. But we basically do the same thing. He said that anything I want to learn, anything I want to do, anything that I enjoy, um, I'm welcome to do it. He's not going to give me any restrictions or tell me I can't do something. He doesn't have any pet projects that he doesn't want anybody to touch. So as long as, I'm taking care of whatever responsibilities I have and that our clients are being taken care of, then project work, I just present ideas or, let's make a move to this or let me build that or whatever, and if it's approved by the owner, then I get to work on it. So the Linux stuff, I thought that I didn't think I was going to jump right into that, but now I've been working on it for several days, and I've got a Hyper-V installed on my desktop computer, and it is not VMware. I'm getting used to it, but it's just not as nice. So, but that's okay. It's free. I'll make it work. So things are good. Things are finally so much better. So much better. And all of you who have watched me struggle this year and have helped me financially and moral support and your friendship and checking on me, and I'm so grateful, and I love you guys so much. I wish that I could bring everybody here to Montana, and I tell you what, if any of y'all want to come visit me, I have 2 rooms upstairs. I'll have to put beds in them, or air mattresses at least, but I can have visitors. There's somewhere you can go. So, maybe if you want to come in the winter, you can go snow skiing. That's not something I've ever done, but I'm going to this year or next year. Or we can go snowshoeing. And you want to come in the summer, then we'll go to Glacier National Park, which is like 20 minutes from here. I'm in the foothills of the mountains that connect to it. If you cross over the mountains behind me, you're in Glacier Park. So what's behind me here, this area it's pretty heavily populated, but it's lots of big pieces of land. So there's a lot of, if you drive down the main road, there's a lot of homes and a lot of farms, a lot of cows, a lot of horses, some wild turkeys standing in the middle of the road, a lot of deer. I haven't seen any moose yet. I'm looking forward to that because I've never seen a moose in real life up close or at all. It's amazing. This was definitely worth the wait. It's been a hard year. I've learned a lot. I've done a lot of growing. I'm completely changed, drastically changed from who I was a year ago. But I'm hoping that the trial is over for a while. Maybe there'll be a new one. I don't know. There's some stuff going on with my mom, so that may be just on the horizon. I'm talking to some people down in Arizona. I tried calling her yesterday and tried getting her to communicate with me, and she didn't want to. She said, well, she told the lady that she's neighbors with the phone that she wanted to wait a week. So I'm just going to have to write her and tell her, here's what your options are, and here's what I'm doing, and see where it goes. Who knows? But for now, I'm employed. I have a place to live. It's great. It's very cool. Very, very cool cabin. I want to say that it's rustic, but it is really charming, and it's modernized. It's got everything that you would need. There's even a washer and dryer, so I don't have to worry about buying those. They put up curtain rods for me. I just got to dig my curtains out of storage. And at some point this winter, buy some furniture that will go in here, because I don't have sofas and things, but it's all things to look forward to, some things to enjoy doing. I may not ever want to leave here. That's, want to take the cabin with me if I go somewhere else. If I do get to the point where I can buy, land or something, this is probably the area I'd want to do it in, because there's another area that I had looked at to rent called Martin City, and it was a decent price. It was a cabin, and every time I talk to somebody about going to Martin City, they're like, "Oh no, you don't want to live there. No, you need to look somewhere else. There's a reason why it's affordable." So that's definitely a different direction. Everything over here is families and there's schools and churches and um, yeah, it's very safe. People don't lock their doors here. Everybody knows everybody. So I'm good. I'm safe. Um, I got to figure out how to survive until the 10th. I think I may have enough money to pay for gas to work and back if I'm really careful. I don't I don't know how I'm going to manage everything else, but it's okay. If I have to borrow a 20 to put gas in my car, I'll do it. I'll ask, but hopefully I won't have to. I've asked God to provide so that I don't have to ask for any more help. I have done enough of that this year. Very humbling to have to do that, but you guys have helped me. I've been able to survive, and things have turned around, and so much better. Okay. Well, I'm gonna probably tend to the kitties, make sure they have food, clean their litter box and stuff, and then settle in for the night. I've had a headache for 2 days, and I'm really tired. So it's good. I'll do some more video. Get the outside so you can see how cute it is, and see the creatures that live here, and probably I won't have internet here until Monday, so I'll try to upload this video and some pictures of the outside from my phone tomorrow. Try to remember to do that. I don't have time for I can't do Facebook at work, and I haven't been going to Lowe's to borrow their Wi-Fi since I've had a place to stay here for 2 nights. So if I go to town, I can do a little Facebook loitering, but it probably won't be until Monday evening that I can check up on everything and say hi to you guys and stuff. So I am going to shut down the GoFundMe page, and I will post on my Facebook my YouTube channel where these videos have been landing anyway, and I'll keep that updated and maybe put the YouTube link in my profile so it's easy to find. So I'd like to do some videos of getting out and walking, hiking here, maybe getting out in the snow. If I manage to pick up some snowshoes, maybe we can get some of that on video. I'll have to have somebody help me with that. Yeah, so much to do. I am going to get out and see this state, and I don't intend to ever leave. And I'm hoping that I can pick up a bike, a Harley, or some kind of good bike next summer. I've already expressed interest, and there's somebody here one of our clients, who has a couple for sale, but I'm expecting that he will probably have sold them by next summer, and I'm not in a position to buy anything right now. I got to make sure that I can take care of my mom, and then I'm paying my bills, and whatever else I need before I spend money on something that's a luxury. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Well, I'm gonna live cheap this winter and be smart about everything and start putting money away so that this never happens again, ever. Yeah, once I have 6 months of job time, I can get a USDA loan. This area qualifies, and those are really good low interest rate loans. And I'm not sure what the qualifications are, but I know I qualify for it, and they're no money down. So I just have to have 6 months of job time, and I've already got the right credit rating. So maybe this winter I'll start looking for something to buy. Like take this cabin with me. I know that's not a possibility, but it's so great. It's really great. I really love it. I wouldn't. I mean, God picked this out for me. I wouldn't have found this had He not done the timing and connected me with the people, and He orchestrated all of it. This was His doing, and I could not have done better. I don't have people stomping above me or below me or around me or smoking or wearing lots of fragrances. I mean, it's my own little house. It's awesome. All right, so I will catch up with you guys soon. Love you, bye.